Why is that not doing that? Right. Is that better? Is that better? And better still, if I go on to the other what's it, is the game audio working? No, it isn't. The game audio is not working either. Oh, it's all good fun. Let's just go for that one. Let's now see if that is working. That's better. Now it is. Oh, right. I'll start again. Good evening, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream, part 2. Hopefully you can all hear me now. If you can hear me and the video is okay, please give me a thumbs up. I'm just going to create the room very, very quickly, and hopefully we are all good now. I think we're doing the Roadster first up. I'm all over the place tonight. Completely not ready for this. Completely not ready at all. I'll explain why in just a moment, although I was explaining why just a minute ago. Let's create the room. Should be the right one. Come on. Anytime would be good. Okay, there we go. So we are in the change car, the Mazda Roadster. Manufacturer will come down to the Mazda and the Mazda Roadster touring car. That one there, I think. I need to sort my livery out on this. One sports soft, but I think, is it sports or racing that we're on? Racing hard for this one. So we'll go racing hard tyres. Get that set up, and then I'll just catch up with you guys in the chat. So there we go. Yeah, hair is all over the place. I'm all over the place. We've got the alarms going off in the house this evening. The disable button was not working, so I've had to rip the alarms out the ceiling, undo the batteries and all sorts of stuff. We then had the for the developer, the alarm specialist has been on the phone. We've been going through everything. We think we sorted it. We think we've got a defective sensor in the front room, because we've got one in the front room, one in the hallway, one in the kitchen, one up the stairs landing, and one in the loft. So we've got 6 alarms, and they're all interconnected. And when one goes off, they all go off. So it's a nightmare. It's deafening in here. So if they go off again, I will suddenly just have to kill the stream and disappear and go and get that sorted out, especially if people are sleeping. And we've got windows open, because it's stupid loud, stupid loud. Yeah, hopefully you can all hear me and see me now. Let me just see if there's anybody on track. There we go. I'll leave you watching Grenster going around at the moment. So in the chat, Ethan, I was just saying hello to Ethan, even though you couldn't hear me. So good evening to you. Grenster as well. Mike's not hot. That's obviously what we're sorting me out. Venosphere said audio as well. A lot of them are saying sound, and then unfazed. Yes, we're live. Exactly. So we are good, I think, now. So good evening, Ethan, Grenster, Vanosphere, unfazed. Ollie, good evening. Jonesy, good evening to you too. And Danny C's just dropped in. So welcome to all of you. We've got a new graphic in YouTube, which I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Top fans. Oh, okay. This is the top fans, that little graphic, which is something new. So you can see there that Unfazed is number 1. He is my top fan. Grenster is my second top fan. And well, I'm a bit confused, because further up, Unfazed is number 3 as well. But basically, it's number 1 is Unfazed, number 2 is Grenster, and Ollie is number 3. So I don't know if that is to do with today's stream, but I haven't seen top fans before. All new stuff. Interesting. Which is why I'm looking at this screen, not you, because I'm just thinking, what on earth is all that about? But there we go, there we go. Based off how much you chat during the stream, says Grenster. Nice. Ollie's going to take P3. So basically, if you don't keep talking and chatting, you'll lose. So Unfazed is now going to have to jibber jabber all the way through tonight to stay number 1. Grenster's going to have to try and jibber jabber even quicker to try and get number 1. And then Ollie, if you want to keep number 3, you're going to have to keep just talking. I guess that's one way of encouraging the chat to be lively. Here we go. Can I also say a welcome to Rami Salmon for subscribing half an hour ago. Thank you. And then Fernando 17 hours ago. We had Carl Wright, Eduardo, Oscar, Errol, Jeff, Byron, all subscribed over the weekend. So thank you to you. You're just the ones that I know about. I know there are a number of other people that have subscribed over the weekend as well. So cheers to all of you. Thank you so much. Have a little bit of water. So thank you, thank you, thank you. When do we start? We're starting at 10 past. We are starting at 10 past, which is almost now. As I said, I am all over the place at the moment. Let's just come out of there and we'll go for the qualifier at 21:10. So literally in just a moment, unless anybody shouts at me, because I am a bit all over the place. Like I said, sorting out the house alarms completely deafened me. Joe was pulling her hair out as well. Talking about hair, I really need to get my hair cut. I've got to find a barber's in the new town. Haven't found one yet, so my hair's all over the place. A few people have said, you got a new hairdo, a new haircut. No, it's just, it's got very long, and the camera used to be on this side of the screen, but now it's on this side. So you used to be looking at the left hand side of me, now you're looking at the right hand side of me, and that's why my hair looks different. I've tricked you all, basically. What Soundface said, and when do we start, just so I know if I have time or not. Are you in? Yes, you are. You're in. So we've got Greg White, Unfazed, Grenster, Danny, Richard Sauce, me, Jack Fury, Jonesy, and Ollie. These are the runners at the moment. Vanosphere says rhubarb, rhubarb, rhubarb. Why rhubarb? Why not custard? Rhubarb and custard. That dates me. That ages me. That ages me massively. Right, it's 11 minutes past. I am going to get going. Let's get this one underway. We're just doing 4 races tonight because it is the start of the new daily races, and I did promise people that I would get into the daily races. Good evening, Hulky. But I don't really fancy any of them this week. Bathurst in the GR4 last week on daily race B would have been absolutely bandabby-dozy. But it all happened at the wrong time. And then this week, I'm really not quite sure. I think the race for me is going to be daily race C, but I'm not that used to the track, and it is GR4, but I think it's going to have to be daily race C. So what I might do is I might just set a rough time, not a blisteringly fast time, but just one of my average times, and experiment and see how I get matched with people. Am I going to get matched with people of a similar speed to me, in which case then I might just be able to hold it within the B, because I have been setting a, for me, a really good lap time, but then I'm not able to match that lap time in the actual race, and then I'm just going backwards. So somebody said to me, why don't you just set one of your raw average lap times that you can repeat again and again and again, and just see if that matches you up better. And there was some sense to that, so we might give that a go, tonight. We'll see. Ollie says Daily B is fun. Really don't know the track, and it's GR3. And I'm thinking GR3 on a track that I really don't know. That is a double recipe of trouble in my mind. I think that's double trouble, and I'm not quite up for double trouble right now. We've got so much going on. We're still sorting stuff out with the house, trying to get some bits and pieces in the garden sorted out. Oh my gosh, what on earth is that? Hard on the brakes and it all went all over the place. Building cabinets, bookcases, shelves, sorting things out. Joe and I both hate living in a mess, and I've still got boxes to sort out, all sorts of stuff. So I haven't got the time to sit down and really learn a track. So I think it, whilst I wish it was B, I think it's going to be C. Tony was interested in a small Red Bull car. It's good so long as you don't get crashed out. Well, obviously, like I said, I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I might decide not to do any. Who knows? But I do feel like I need to get back into the daily races. I've been away from them for a long time, and I'm almost getting into that mindset where I'm enjoying our respectful racing. And if I don't get back on the horse, as it were, get back into the daily races, I'm beginning to think I never will. And that is not the idea. I do want to get back into them. And a lot of you have been saying, when am I? Because I know a lot of people like to race with me in the lobbies, but then also there's a lot of people out there that want to see me getting on with the daily, see if we can get back into the A and keep the A, and how long we can keep the A for. The last time I think I kept it for about 3 weeks, which is the longest I've ever kept an A ranked rating. And also there's more of you within PSR that are going A+ at the moment. Unfazed joined the A+ ranks last week around Panorama, and you know, I'd like to try and get into an A ranking and stay there for a while, and then, well, dare I dream about going A+? I don't know, but for the moment I just need to get into the A and stay there. So the only way that we're going to do that is by getting out there and running the races, learning to get our elbows out, racecraft, our awareness, situation and awareness of what's going on around us, because that's one of my biggest problems, as it is with a lot of people. It's all well and good taking a run around a track, doing quali times, quali laps and racing line, but sometimes you need to be able to think about your racecraft and look at how you might be able to get past somebody. Whoa, 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 whoa. Unfazed getting it a bit sideways there as well as me. This car completely lost the traction behind Unfazed. I found that last week actually, when some of the cars, I don't know if it's something in the update or whether it's just me out of practice, but as soon as I got tight underneath somebody, I lost the traction, and it bit hard, and it did it just there. I let Unfazed just get through on the inside there, and I thought, well, I'm going to pick up a nice slipstream here. Picked up the slipstream, and the car just wanted to slide everywhere, so just going to have to be a little bit careful. Actually quite, that Red Bull car, both of them, the junior and the senior, the big competition one, I actually quite like them both. And the only problem with the Red Bull ring car, or not the Red Bull ring, but the Red Bull car, is the noise. After a while, that noise just gets to me, and it sets my tinnitus off. So that's one of the reasons I don't mind doing the odd race in the Red Bull car, but to do daily after daily after daily would probably drive me insane. So we'll see how we go. Richard in his Frisian cow livery, just going by me there, just to show how it should be done. We're going to be quite way down the order, 7th at the moment. Banosphere will be back on GT7 soon after 6 months off. Can't wait. Oh, it'd be good to have you back, mate. It'd be good to have you back racing and running. Make sure you fill in your PSR registration if you haven't already, and then come race with us. That's of course you don't want to. Hopefully you will. Jack Fury says Red Bull does not have understeer. I quite like it. I like the Red Bull, all of them. I think they're pretty good. Right, let's get Ross on underway. We've got Grenster's going to be leading us away. He's very, very quick around here. Unfazed is no slouch either in second, and neither is Danny in third. And then we've got our 3 A+ ranked racers at the top of the field there, but also another one a bit further down. Ollie's going to be in 4th, followed by Jonesy, Richard, and then me in 7th. And then we've got Drat Fury and our last A+ ranked racer, Greg White. So we got 4 A+ in here now. Grenster, Unfazed, Danny, Greg White. And then we've got Richard as an A. And then Jonesy, me, Drat Fury, Hulky, all Bs. Yeah. Ethan, Danny race C, even though it's a 10 laps and 1 fuel, it requires 1 pit. Yeah, I'm not a great fan of this pit for the sake of pitting. I really wish that they would, like, fine with a pit stop, but just change the tyres. Like, you've got to run soft and medium or something. Just jumping in and just saying don't feel, don't this, it's just don't understand it. Really don't understand it. There we go. Yeah, if it's another one of those, we've got to just pit. The question is, obviously, I haven't done any homework for that race, so I've got no clue when people are pitting, how and why, what any sort of strategy is with regards to that. Ooh, big crash behind. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what the score is with regards to pitting. No doubt some of you will help me when I get there. Give me some advice on what to do. I'm going to assume that if you are out in front and running away, you keep going. If you're in the middle of the pack and in trouble, or at the back and in trouble, then you can pit to get out of trouble. Or I don't know if there is tyre wear that influences that decision, of course. So we'll find out. We will find out. In the first race, what I'll probably end up doing is just running long on the tyres to see what the tyre wear is like. Whoa, we were doing okay there. Until we went around. Rolling start 2. Cool. Oh, look at that, a 1.5 second cut. The penalty system in this game is rubbish. I've just crashed. I've lost like 4 or 5 seconds, and now it's giving me another 1.5. One of the things ACC did well was the penalty system. PD really need to look at this. Could be another one. We'll keep going. There you go, there's another half. It's 2 seconds in the first lap. Oh dear. We're going to be like 10 seconds behind Drat Fury now. Been and gone. Though Danny C is behind as well. I think Danny C might have got mixed up in that big crash at the first corner. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. I'm just proving the guy that left a comment on one of my videos earlier on. He was like, "You're old, you're rubbish, you're hopeless, will you just give up?" And I have replied to him. I think I'm just proving him right. I can't race, I can't drive. But the difference is when I'm doing the lobbies, I enjoy myself, I relax, I talk a lot. When we get into the daily races, I'll go very quiet and be concentrating a lot more. As somebody said to me a little while ago, I am a progressive driver, so put me on a racetrack and I can't just nail it straight away. It takes me a few laps just to get into things, and of course when we're doing these little lobbies and we're only doing a few laps, as soon as I get used to the track, we're into another one. On track in the car. And we're on racing hard tyres in this car. Still struggle between whether we should be running racing or sports tyres. I do think that this car does handle better on the sports tyres. One of these days I will make a decision as to which is the way to go. So we're improving our lap time by some 10 seconds, but we're already 26 seconds behind Grenster. Chasing down Danny C at the moment. If I say chasing him down, he's actually going away from me. He is going to get a penalty. He's going to ghost right in front of me. We'll just go around, although he's going to chase me and no doubt intimidate me into an intimidation pass. So now I just need to see if I can keep this in a straight line on the track. And quick, Danny C is one of the quick guys. He is A+. Let's see what we can do. How long is it going to take before Danny can get by me? Setting blue times, but that really doesn't mean anything. Whoa, he's going to go straight by me because we are all over the place again. That didn't take long, did it? Brake in a straight line, getting it turned in off the power. Probably going to be a track limit warning as well. My first race of the night on a Monday is never a good one. I keep saying what I need to do is to do a bit of a warm-up. Unfortunately, I never do. I never get round to it. Busy day in the office again, which is good, don't get me wrong. I am not knocking that. Seconds. Man alive, I thought I was well in on the rumble strips there. One of these days I will retire and I will get time to race this game properly, get into it full time, dedicate some real effort to learning to race properly. I do think sometimes when I come out in the evening I am just playing. Not put the power down too fast. What I'm trying to do, I'm changing down the gear using some engine braking whilst I've got the car turning. That's causing me some grief. I think that Danny wanted to go through there a lot quicker than me. I might have caught him out there. Here wants to know if anybody else is watching from the back of the van. Poses the question, what are you doing in the back of the van? Don't tell me you're one of those police speed camera operatives sitting in the back of the camera booking everybody. Well, you won't be booking me because I'm not going fast enough. I need to be going a bit quicker. We've got a few van drivers and professional drivers, I should say. Not all vans, but professional drivers at PSR. Is he being kidnapped? What? It gets even more intriguing. What do you mean you've been kidnapped? Do we need to send a search party out for you or something? There is more to that than I can imagine. I don't for 1 minute think he's been kidnapped, or anybody's jumping on the phone to the police to report a kidnapping. I think he's going to very quickly explain himself there. No, actually, I sold everything I owned in January. Moved into a van to travel Europe. Oh, wicked. We travelled a lot of Europe in the back of a motorhome when I was younger. We didn't do what you've done, but just on holidays and stuff. So, where are you at the moment? Wrestling with this car. Danny C is just toying with me at the moment. He's after some airtime, I think. The Lake District. Whoa! One of my favourite parts of the world. I love Derbyshire and the lakes. Amazing part of the world. Interestingly, with a lake, I've never actually stepped over into Scotland. So I actually grew up in Milton Keynes on the Lakes estate. Because obviously the roads are named after the lakes. And I was lived in Buttermere, and Buttermere is just in Scotland. Never actually made it to Buttermere. I've done Coniston, I believe, where the Blue, what's it, did the land speed record, Donald Campbell, and I've done Windermere obviously, and a number of others. It's a beautiful part of the world. Such a lovely place. You're very lucky. Danny C just apologising for the start. Looks like he might have been the cause of complete chaos behind. But it's not that complete chaos happened. It's the fact that there is an apology gone out. So I appreciate your respectfulness, my friend. Thank you for that. And then I just raced like a complete idiot behind. Jonesy, Red Bull Jr., don't like it. Little Britain. Yeah, it's very weird with that little the 1, 2 and the 3. So Hulky's now gone number 1. Very strange. Your result though, Grenster was number 1 with a 201.9. Unfazed in second with a 202.4. Richard Source with a 201.6 and the fastest lap in third. So well done to you. Greg White 4th, Ollie 5th, Drac Fury 6th, Jonesy was 7th. I got 8th, and Danny C bringing up the rear. He wasn't pushing it, I could tell, but nice to have somebody running around with me. So Danny, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Grenster, Unfazed, and Richard Source, your top 3 for the first one this evening. Jonesy saying, when Lake District last summer shut down, going Philly this summer shut down. I don't know where Philly is. I know where Philadelphia is, often known as Philly, but I'm not quite sure where that one is. Ethan, my time for race C is a 1:49.3. I don't know what I'm going to be. Good evening, number 1. Good evening. Right, let's just pop over and have a look at race number 2. Race number 2 is a GR4 around Barcelona without the chicane. 5 laps around here. So I'm not quite sure which. Philly Rangeway Rally. Riley. So is that Filey? Oh, I'm confused. They're confusing me. Northeast Yorkshire coast. I have to look that one up. Not one that I am aware of. Not one that I'm aware of. But oh, the Lake District is gorgeous, really beautiful this time of year. And the other time I love the Lake District is autumn, when the leaves are changing. Scenery up there is just to die for. Absolutely gorgeous. So for a top daily, a top 1000, you need a 148, 8 or faster. Right, what are we going for? So Danny's going for the Corvette. I'm going to go the Corvette route. I'm not going the Corvette route. Nobody's jumping in. Everybody's waiting, I think, to see what I jump in with. I might go with Advantage just because. We haven't run that in a while. Racing mediums we need for this. Real old mix of tyres tonight. A right old mix. The randomisers picked me out a real mix of tyres. Yeah, it's just the way it's pronounced. Lake District Motor Museum is a must visit. Yes. Long time since I've been up there. But Filey. Okay. I'll have to remember that. So we got an Atenza, a G70. I'm in the Vantage. Rich is in the G70. Danny's in the Corvette. Grenz is in the Genesis GR4. So we got a G70 GR4 and a Genesis GR4. Okay. And then Greg White is in the Cayman. GT4 Club Sport. So we've got a bit of a mix of cars. A little bit of a mix. When are we going to start this one? I'm going to get out on track just for a moment. I'm going to start this on 2140. We give this one a go. Let's get out on track. That gives me what? 4 minutes. Radar on. Need to try and prove that commentator, whoever commented on my video, wrong that I can drive. The thing is, though, there are some very, very, very quick guys in PSR now. It's hard to try and stay with them. It does mean that though the rest of us that are racing, we've got people to look up to, people to chase, and just to see what we can do. Oh, a bit too deep there. Ollie behind me. Second penalty already. I know why. I'm not overly good at this corner without the chicane. I prefer it with the chicane. But you need to nail that corner to get all the speed down this long, 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 long straight. Deep. If you go too deep there, you can't thread it between those corners. Carry the speed through to here. Oh, too deep. sure I normally brake there. If I'm not braking hard enough again. Would I ever consider doing a 200 lap race in the future? I've done 200 lap races before. And I am considering I'm not sure when it's going to be, but I want to do another charity event. Don't know the charity, don't know when, and that was going to be based around a 24-hour of Le Mans, which is sort of changing a little bit, because it's not easy to enable people to jump in and out. And I had a lot of feedback on that one, and a lot of people said, we really liked last time when you did the little jump in, jump out, regular lobby races rather than the great big long one. How about just a series of 10 or 15 lap or even half-hour races? A lot of people said, don't do the massive single race. Do lots of smaller races that we can book time to come in and stuff like that. And yeah, if I'm doing maybe, and I did test this and it worked quite well, if we do an hour where we have a 10-minute practice and a 10-minute quali and a 40-minute race or something, and we've got an hour turnaround all the time, people know if we're doing that relatively on the hour, then they can go, look, between 3 and 4 o'clock I'm going to go and race with Mitch, and between 7 and 8 I might race with Mitch and stuff like that. That seemed to be now that we're growing a little bit, that seemed to be a schedule that a few people said to me. So still keeping an eye on what's going on. And also Hulky does a lot of 200 lap events. I did one with him a little while ago. He's done the Nürburgring, I think he's done Monza. So Hulky is our 200 lap king. Right, let's just come out here and start this one. So we've got Greg White, Unfazed, Grenster, Danny, Richard, me, Drat Fury, Hulky, Jonesy, number 1, and Ollie. Let's get going. Yeah, Hulky is the 200 lap king. He does a lot of 200 lap races. And if we're going to do a long race like that, then I will probably prefer to just do it with somebody else rather than hosting, so I can enjoy it. Is it possible to do a multi-class race like GR4 and GR3 together? Yes, you can. And again, that was one of the things I was going to do around the 24-hour of Le Mans. I don't know all of the ins and outs of it, but you can definitely do multi-class. I know that Drat Fury knows how to do all of that. I think he's done a few or been involved with a few. We might still do that, I don't know. Or I might just do some lobby racing on our rotation while I'll be doing a full 24 hours. But it'll be a 24-hour live stream, put it that way. It might even be another 27-hour live stream. So what I did last time, I started at 9 o'clock at night when I normally start my stream. Well, that was when I used to start it, was 9 o'clock. And then we went all the way through the night, all the way through the next day, and then into the next evening's lobby racing. We finished at midnight. That was where the 27 hours came from. 24 hours plus another 3 for the live stream. I loved every minute, it was fantastic. There was a number of guys that started the event with me, and they were with me at the end. They didn't go all the way through. I don't think anybody, I might be doing somebody an injustice here, I don't think anybody went the full 28 hours. There was a lot of people that started and then joined me at the end as well. struggling with that corner, which was absolutely phenomenal. But the same thing happened with Hulky when he did his 24-hour at the Nürburgring, I think. A load of people joined him right at the end for the last few laps. I was a bit gutted because I couldn't quite get in early enough, and it was completely full. So I was unable to run the last couple of laps with him. But I was on his stream, I was enjoying watching, and the celebrations at the end were just incredible. So, answer to your question, yeah, I'm not averse to 200 lap races. Great way to learn a track. I am coming off the power too early. You just think about what I'm doing here. I've got penalty. Where's that one coming from? I'm gonna let this car through. Absolutely no point me wrecking the Corvette's lap when I've stuck mine up already. Because I'm going to mess up this one as well. I am not going to set a lap time. The out up doesn't count, lap 2 doesn't count, lap 3 doesn't count. So get the penalty and you are in trouble. Could be starting right towards the back in this one. Have some work to do. Oh, sorry. Roadster was on a penalty as well. I could see him ghosted. The track limits twice. Yeah, I've had the same problems. I had the track limit on the first flying lap, which killed both that and the second lap. So yeah, in problems, definitely in problems. That's not good. Shut that window so we don't get any bugs in. Well, well, well. It did actually mark me with a time, so I'm 6 seconds off the lead, but again that time will not be representative because of the penalties and the like. But at the moment it's Richard Sauce out front in the G70, I'm facing the GTR in second, Jonesy in the G70 in third. We've got a Hurricane up there in fourth, Corvette's going well. Corvette in 5th. And then we got a couple of Swift Sports in Holkey and Greg's hands. I'm in the V8. So yeah. Danny says that would be carnage with 4 groups. How draining it is mentally and physically doing 200 lap race. Number one pop saying it does work. It does work. And Grence is going to DM something to read on whenever you get a moment. But, there we go. Let's get this one underway. Let's start. Trap Fury saying it's boring. Oh dear. I think a 200 lapper is okay if you're in a battle and stuff. But if you are on a long track and you get into space of your own, it can be a bit lonely. And that's when the discipline kicks in and the challenge of keeping your focus kicks in. So I think the race becomes a whole different thing, if I'm honest. Roman's Grenster's got a flyer for 2x2 moment. These track limits, come on. So I went too deep because I outbroke myself, and I get a track limit at the same time, even though I lost loads of time. Really wish PD would look at these penalty system, because whoever designed it clearly doesn't play the game. It so spoils it. I can understand getting a penalty if you've done something and gained an advantage, but like a lot of people, I make mistakes to get a penalty, but no advantage is gained. Who do I want to win the F1 at Spa? Norris, Lando. I'm rooting for Lando this year. But I'll tell you what, Piastri has really settled into that McLaren. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Red Bull as well, with what's happening. I don't know how involved Christian Horner is still going to be. I don't know how annoyed Christian Horner is going to be with the way everything went down, whether it was orchestrated. I just don't know. There could be a lot of unease in that team, which could hurt Red Bull. That's going to hand it more to McLaren. Lewis Hamilton is settling down in the Ferrari, so could the Ferrari do well around Spa? I don't know. Don't rule out Mercedes. Then you've got Hulkenberg straight off the back of his podium. he could be looking for something special. His confidence must be running sky high. Struggling again. I'm finding it fascinating to watch Lewis this season because most of his career he's been in race-winning cars, and we all know that Ferrari have been a little bit wayward of recent times, and there but not quite there. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see what impact, what change Lewis can have at Ferrari, and also how Leclerc is going to deal with that. I always consider Ferrari currently have two #1 drivers, and anybody who's been following Formula 1 will know that in any team, two Formula 1 drivers normally results in trouble. And that is one of the things I'm thinking about with Lando and Piastri at the moment. I don't see McLaren having a 1-2 at the moment. I think that McLaren have themselves up for two #1 drivers. So I think the dynamics in Formula 1 are changing a little bit at the moment. It's another half second. See, it's interesting. Very, very, very interesting to see how things are going to pan out over the next year or two, and especially as some of the newbies, the rookies, get settled into their teams, learn the cars, learn the tracks, learn the pressure of Formula 1. Oh, I can't drive. Do you know what? Since I took my week off, I'm all over the shop. Really am. I enjoy racing, I enjoy streaming, but one of the things I want to be doing is battling with people. At the moment I am struggling around at the back at the moment, making mistake after mistake after mistake. It's like penalty on penalty on penalty around here. 2 seconds, a 1.5, and I'm straight back into another half second. Yeah, I can imagine Spa's an amazing place. Well, this has been one to forget again. I've driven down the public part of Le Mans. Well, I haven't driven it. My dad drove it. I was in camper van when we did it, but we did go down the public part, so used the public road back in the days. Been back in the 80s. I think we can do better in the next race. We had 2 lousy races. There's loads of places I'd love to visit. I'd love to visit Spa and Le Mans. I'd like to do the Red Bull Ring as well. And obviously the Nordschleife, although I'd never run on the Nordschleife. Oh, that accident last week, the week before, just shows how quickly things can go wrong so very, very fast. I'll just save the replay and share that. But so many iconic tracks. I'd love to do Suzuka as well, just to go and see Suzuka. A lot of the old tracks, classics, not so much the new ones, some of the old classic tracks I'd like to see. What's up? I'll be back in a second, guys. Just give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. A duty called for a moment. Got to keep Joe happy. All right, Richard was your winner with a 150.9. Unfazed in second with a 150.94. Wow, look at that, a 150.941 for Richard. Unfazed with a 150.947. So 6 1/1000ths of a second between those two. But Danny C did get the fastest lap of 150.616. Greg White in 4th, Jonesy 5th, Ollie 6th, Granister 7th, number 1 Pops in 8th. Hulky was 9th, Jack Fury 10th, and I was 11th. But just look at those penalties. I tell you, the penalty system in Gran Turismo is going wild at the moment. Danny C with 1 second, Jonesy with 1 second, Grenster with 1 second, number 1 with 1 second, and potentially a decision maker there between Greg White and Jonesy. Jonesy would have been 4th, with the 1 second penalty pushed him back. So real shame there. But your top 3, Richard Source, Unfazed, and Danny C. Well done to you guys. Let's roll up. Right, we're going to go to a track I like, in a car that I like. Can we do better in this race? Please let it be better than the first 2. Jonesy had the fastest lap until Danny pinched it. Ollie, I was meant to go to the French Grand Prix in 2020, but obviously COVID lockdown ruined it. Oh, COVID ruined a lot of stuff. If you visit Spa in August for the Summer Classic, it's free entry and you're free to wander around, says Vanosphere. Well, that is a good time to go, isn't it? August for the Summer Classic. Right, I am going to change the car, and I'm going to go into the Genesis for this one, because I do like that car. I'm not sure the tyres, is that the right tyres for this one? It is. And we will go for the qualifier. It's going to be a very quick qualifier for this one. And I'm going to start this one at 10 past. There we go, 10 past for this one. Oh, in April, not August, April. I was thinking August, must be a busy time of year, summer holidays. But April must be a really, really pretty time to go, really nice time to go. And then to be able to just freely wander around, again, that's really, really nice. Really nice thing to do. All right, so we've got Greg White is in the Sylvia Spec R. We're getting a big old mix of cars. Grenster's jumped into the Mazda 3. Danny's in the Corvette. I'm in the G70. Drac Fury's in the Sylvia. Hulky's in the Sylvia. There's a few Sylvias. There's a couple of G70s. The Atenza are number 1. I'm not sure what Ollie's jumping into at the moment. I did, when we had this as a daily race, I don't know what the Metacar was last week, but when I did this, I was up against the GTR, and the VW Polo was an awesome car around here. Beautiful to handle, really quick down the straight. But not seen it since. So I'm looking at this, wondering whether Sylvia Spec R is the way to go, because we've got Greg White is in it, Drac Fury's in it, Hulky's in it. But again, Unfazed has gone for the G70, as have I, as has Jonesy. So, you know, G70 should be sort of somewhere up there. Let's just get out on track and just see how this handles, see how we go. Can I also ask those of you that are watching, if you're enjoying what you're watching and you're enjoying the stream, and I hope that you are, please smack the like button. If you're new around here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, because it will really, really, really help the channel. Making our way up now to 4,200 subscribers, which would be amazing. If we could get to 4,200 by the end of the month, I'd be really pleased. Not so much looking at my stats for 2025, they're all a bit all over the place. Lost a lot, took a big step backwards while we took the break to move. I think it's going to take us a little bit of time just to get back into things. I've got Joe off at the moment. She's finished school for the summer holidays, so we're going to be off to Philadelphia in August, mid to late August, something about the 19th. We're off for 4 days, so it'll be 4 or 5 days, and won't be streaming again then. So I think what I'm going to do is jump that one, or is just cruise a little bit until the end of the summer holidays. Another track limit, and then thankfully we're only on a practice at the moment. Really try and get back into it in September, really knuckle down with the daily races, and try and have a day session on the Tuesday and Thursday is what I'm looking to do, and the evening session as well. Viewers just turn off penalties. Do you know what? I really feel like it. I really, really feel like it at the moment. The penalties just seem to be just a nightmare. The only trouble is, if I do turn them off, I know people are just going to abuse things massively. So I'm not going to do that. I've got to learn the race with the track limit penalties on. I've got a reputation at the moment for picking up penalties, and if we're going to get into the daily races, it's one of the things I really, 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 really must be doing. So having them on is encouraging me to learn where the track limits are, what I can abuse and what I can't, where I've got to be careful, where I can be a little bit more pushy. We shall see. Because that's a problem. I hear a lot of people that will turn off bits and pieces when they're practicing and in the lobbies and stuff like that. And then of course when you jump into the actual daily race itself, when those penalties and the aids and everything else are all in there or not in there, as the case may be, and that's when you start getting into trouble. So if you're used to going through a particular corner a certain way and the track limit is not throwing, and then you jump into the daily races and that corner's got a track limit on it, well, you're going to hit it every single time because your muscle memory is going to say, "Whoa, okay, I can go through there like that," and the game's going to go, "No, you can't." That's one of the reasons why I tend to leave the track limits on. A, it stops people from cheating. Oh, it's gone too deep there again. That's going to be another track limit, isn't it? Brake a lot earlier. Yeah. I'll bear that in mind when we're coming down here in a minute. How am I doing for time? I want to get down the bottom. Just want to experiment on these curbs. I've changed the tyres, not the wheels, not the tyres, the wheels. I've changed the wheels to the standard wheels. I noticed that my Genesis had got the lower profile tyres and the bigger wheels on it, and I've put them back to the standard, and I'm just interested to see whether this is going to ride the curbs a little bit better, because the other day I was coming through here and I'd get up on this curb here and it would turn it round and it's still doing it. It is still doing it, so we're going to have to respect those curbs a little bit more. I think with the Aston Martin you can ride those curbs quite a fair bit. Not in the Genesis. Right, let's have a little look. I think we're into time. It is 10 past. We have got racing. 10 of us. Greg White, Unfazed, Grenster, Danny, me, Drat Fury, Hulky, Jonesy, Number One, and Ollie. Let's get this one underway. Can I also just mention that there's been a few people that have registered to race with PSR recently. I think I'm pretty much caught up now. I did get behind, but I think I am caught up now. We've got about 3 or 4 new registered people, but also I had about 4 people that wanted to register, and I'm not going to say who, that were all new or accounts that were literally only 2 or 3 weeks old. One of them was a month, and have made the decision at the moment that we are not letting people in that have got brand new accounts. One of them had a slightly older PSN account. When I looked at their Gran Turismo record, they'd literally done just 5-6 hours, something like that. Very, very little time in the game. So, rightly or wrongly, we are declining those at the moment. We want to have at least 3 hours, at least 3 months experience, and I want to see, you know, a good lot of trophies that have been earned, a good lot of hours in the game over the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months, just so that we know that people know how the game works and know what's expected and stuff like that. We're happy to educate in PSR way, but obviously we just want to make sure that people they've got some experience. That's all. And I do obviously contact everybody that gets declined, but that's just to let some of you guys know that I am watching it. Right. Jack Fury says it's being anti-meta. 3 of them in a car. Am I in the meta car? I don't know. Am I in the meta car? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know what the meta car is. All I know is Unfazed was nailing this around here last week, racing with Rob Alexander. Even Rob Alexander was throwing out some nice compliments for Unfazed. I'm expecting him to be quite far up the order in this one tonight. Not quite sure where I'm going to be. I'm still very much getting into the into the groove, as it were, of racing and streaming at the same time. What I really need to do is to spend some time offline just racing and just getting back into it, but not finding the time to do that at the moment because there's just so much to do around the house. We've ordered a pergola for the garden. It's a 3 metre by 3 metre pergola. That's coming in just under 3 weeks time, and I've got to get the patio extended and built. Annoyingly, the patio that the guys have put in, our fences aren't square at the bottom of the garden. It's sort of an off square shape, so I've got to rip up the patio slabs that they've laid and the obviously that they're laid on. I've got to rip all of that up and redo it all and reposition everything, which is a real shame if I'm honest. It's a slightly bigger job than I hoped it was going to be, and I'm just getting ready to do that, and it's about after like weeks and weeks and weeks of beautiful sunshine, and it's going to rain. So for all of the gardeners out there that want a bit of rain for your garden, and the farmers that want a bit of rain for their crops, you can thank me for setting myself up with the garden project. Although maybe the farmers don't want it to rain, because I did notice a few of them bringing their crops in. One of the things they don't want to do is they don't want rain, because then they've got to pay to have it dried in the big barns. So, but I know the gardeners definitely want some rain. Who have I got behind? Is that Danny? Oh no, it is the man himself. It is Mr. Bathurst. Right, let's go quiet and see what we can do. I dare say we're on slightly different tyres to one Paige was on last week. Wouldn't be surprised if it was the racing hards. We're on the racing softs now. See, he blitzed this one last week. Got his A+. So pleased that he did that. He'll be able to keep it this week. Oh, got that a bit wrong. I was watching unphased brake light there, just to see where he was braking down the hill, and another half-second penalty. Oh man alive, we were doing so well too. I don't know why I'm bothering this evening. The stewards are all over me. Absolutely all over me. As you see, unphased, we're just disappearing to the distance now. The lights have been a little bit further up the front and caught the curb. Completely been that. Catching that curb again on the way through there. This Genesis really does not like the curbs. It really doesn't. On any track. Which really surprised me, because before I went away, I was jumping across curbs quite nicely. Right through there. It's probably just me, but I swear something has changed. I really will. So Unfazed is leading away, 2:14.666, the number of the beast, and Danny 2:14.8, so 0.2 of a second behind. We're just over 0.1 of a second behind, I think. And then yeah, those two are out ahead of Jonesy and Greg. Then number 1, Ollie, Hulky, and then we've got me, Drac Fury, and Grenster a bit further back. Grenster in the Mazda looks to be well off the pace. But let's just watch the track limits and see what we can do. Grenster first quality lap down the drain, didn't finish the second one. That explains it. And Jonesy says, don't ride the curbs then. No, absolutely, don't ride the curbs. Don't ride the curbs. But something seems to have changed. I don't know if it's me or whether it's the game, and that's what I can't work out. I just don't seem to be able to use the curbs and lean on the curbs like I used to. Jones is saying, don't do it then. The game won't let you do it. Don't do it. It's easy. How are there? No slipstream, just got a drag with number 1. And number 1's got a bit of a slipstream, I think, off the cars in front, but he was there a little bit. I see the wall there. Caught it twice. Just tucked up behind Greg a bit too much. Oh, and again there. Oh, sorry, Grenster. Where is he? Where's Grenster? Spread it between the curbs, not over the curbs. Weird to see that Mazda out. We don't see it very often anymore. It used to be out everywhere. It was a meta car for the GR4s, just about every track. And they nerfed it. You never see it now. phased down front. I think he is the Bathurst King, but Danny C and Jonesy second and third. They can have anything to do with it, they will. I don't know if there's 4 cars up front or 5 cars, but it looks like there's a 4-car train at the top and a bit of a gap, and we're just off the back of those. Brent's is just pulling away a little bit at the moment. Brent's is 4.2 and pulling away quite convincingly in front. Brent's has got a massive burst of speed somewhere. It's gone nearly 6 seconds ahead. Potentially a slipstream, I think. Just chasing down on Track Fury at the moment. 3.2, 3.1. He's suffering from almost definitely from a penalty. Settled down at 2.8 at the moment. If that's going to remain at 2.8, it's not, it's 2.1 already. There's a little gaggle of 3 cars up ahead. Fury hunting for a slip off the Polkey. Brent has managed to get himself up into 7th. So he's jumped both of those cars. Whether they both have penalties, I'm not quite sure. Almost dropped it. One to Holkey now. Running out of lap save. We've only got down the hill and 1 to go. Unfazed, predictably out in front still, but Danny and Jonesy 2nd and 3rd still pushing hard. Not sure who's in 4th and 5th. Number 1 is the next on my list in 6th, I think that is. Can't look while we're going through here, otherwise we're going to crash. bit too deep. Yeah, Jones. So number 1 is in 6th. Grants to 7th. I've got Trap Fury and Hulky just in front of me. Oh, Greg White's in. Tyres, looks like. I don't know what that's about. Or a retirement, one or the other. Little bit of a run on Hulky at the moment. Can we catch him? That's the question. Final lap. We should get a slip off of Trap Fury. They've been racing together right the way through here, but we're just going to have to push the brake limits, brake points as soon as we can. See what we can do. 1.5 seconds. Greg's 1.5 behind them, pushing hard as well. Got them too deep into there. See Greg's closing fast, but there's nothing I can do about that. Keep on going, risking everything. Oh, Hulky's just on the grass a little bit there. He's held it though. Just see the car just wriggling around a little bit through there. Oh, Drax got that wide and in the wall. He's got it all over the place. Oh, both Hulky and Drax hang into a bit of a tangle there. We managed to slide between the two of them. Grenster's 8-6 down the road. But well, what a battle between Hulky and Trap Fury behind. And I think that Greg is going to join that in a moment. We are on the last lap. Down through here. Brake. 50. In. Watch the curb. Watch the curb. Curb on the exit. We're going to come across the line in 7th. Grenster so fast, so close to fastest lap. Unfazed, one mistake. No, he lost it. Unfazed lost it to Danny C. Oh, he's saying just one mistake. What was the mistake? One mistake just let Danny through. But sometimes at the top with the A pluses, it is one mistake that cost you. One mistake can often be the difference between first and second, and it looks like we've just seen that. Oh man alive. It also goes to show it's never won until you cross that finishing line. You've got to race, you've got to drive, you've got to keep all of your concentration up right the way to the very, very, very checker flag, to the very end of the race. Ethan's done so many daily races today. He's driven 1,000 kilometers. Oh my word. Last turn down the hill. Without that, Danny would not have made it past him. Oh, unfazed. And Danny says, I saw you hit the wall before the straight and thought, yes, this is it. I just couldn't catch you the whole race before that. It is just one mistake around Bathurst. It's one of the reasons why I love it. Absolutely adore it. Danny was your winner with the fastest lap of 1:15.126. Unfazed with a 2:15.146. 2/100ths of a second slower as far as fastest lap is concerned. That is a blink of an eye. Unfazed got second with that little bump on the wall. Jonesy would have fined third with a 2:15.3. Also in the 2:15s was Ollie in fourth. Then we got number 1 Pops in fifth. Grenster sixth, pulling away from the people behind, which was including me in 7th. Greg White came through for 8th with Hulky and Trap Fury in 9th and 10th with that issue at the top of the hill. And Danny C, Unfazed, and Jonesy are your 1, 2, and 3. Pony Boy, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hulky says, nice move. I tell you what, it was threading the needle so that I didn't hit the two of you. I was trying to avoid Drac, and then whilst I was trying to avoid Drac Fury, I then looked up and I had to avoid you, and it was just like, oh my god, am I really going to be able to do this? Oh, we got a couple of people initializing. So let's just load the settings. I can't remember which car we're doing this in. I can't remember what car it said. Unfazed, last lap was a 0.588 in purple. Just a stupid mistake. Sometimes what it does. The Golf GTI Mark 7 we want for this one. So it's a Golf GTI. So we'll change the car. We'll go into the manufacturer all the way down to VW, and we want this one here. I believe it's this one. And we're going to be on Sports Soft Tyres, I would think. Yeah. Danny C's off for the evening. Thank you very much for racing. Thank you for some great races. And Direct Fury said this should be the VGT instead. I don't know. We got it. It's in the randomiser as the Golf GTI. But, there we go. Oh, it's a shame we're losing Danny C for the last one. This is the last one for this evening. Although I'm looking at the time. Yeah, probably is, because then I'm going to try and get a little bit of practice and get into the daily race C. Could be an absolutely crazy mistake. I'm going to qualify when everybody's ticked in. So this one. Unfazed, this daily A seems more fun. I haven't even looked at him, to be honest. Haven't looked in any great detail at the daily races. But I need to just. I'm interested just to see what happens without setting a time, just to see how things go. Whether it will match me with other people. Okay, I think Unfazed wasn't ticked in because he was waiting for Hulky. That's one way of slowing me down and stopping me from starting too early. Especially if they're in the chat. So we've got Greg White, Grenster, Ponyboy, me, Drac Fury, Hulky, Jonesy, Number One, Ollie, and Unfazed for this one. Is Unfazed racing? Is Unfazed racing in this? I'm gonna have to ask him, and he'll check in while I'm asking this question. Oh, God, it's been a busy weekend. You can tell I'm yawning already. It's only 10:30. I mean, he's probably said no at some point. I've just missed it. I'm just looking through. I'm just having a look through to see if I've missed anything. Oh, I think we're okay. He's in. Oh, very colourful car. So we've got Greg White, Unfazed, Grenster, Ponyboy, me, Drac Fury, Hulky, Jonesy, Number One, and Ollie. We'll get the qualifying underway and see what we can do. So we're back to another road car with the sports tyres this time. Drac Fury's just saying that the VW VGT is a monster. Maybe that's best that I haven't tried it. You know what I'm like? I'm all over the place at the moment. Somebody reminded me in one of my video comments, I can't race for toffee at the moment. I'm face bought the patchwork wheel out. What it is he's bending the car so much that he keeps having to go to the breakers yard and buy new panels. He's getting different panels off different cars. That's what it is. That's what it is. He's actually giving away now how much he bends the panels on his cars. I only know because the scrap metal merchant contacted me and said, please stop this guy, he's just wrecking all his cars. I'm like, no, he's going to do what he's going to do. Oh, I'm going to be popping in for a new front quarter panel and door, I think. So I'll be popping down there this evening just to see if he's got some bits in. Maybe I'll be out with a patchwork built car. Oh, come on. Have I got a track limit warning penalty every single race tonight? I think I have. Don't think I've escaped one. I don't even know where I got that from. I know that you can jump across the the chicane there. Or maybe I jumped it too much or something. It's going to give me a penalty. And can I get around to start another lap? To get the penalty out of the way and then get a flyer. You don't know. Got a long old way to go on this one. Could be in trouble again here. Sound like a broken record. There could be trouble ahead. Could be not qualifying again. Starting at the rear, crashing once again, tumbling around on my own. Got out of the wall. Oh, that was awful through there. Pace set at 155. We've done a 159 to 4 seconds slower. Well over 4 seconds, nearly 5 seconds slower. That's the difference between a B rank racer and an A plus, my friends. That is the difference. Whoa. Grence is having a night like me tonight. He's starting at the back. It's for toffee tonight. And it's annoying because I was a bit like that last week. I need to settle into streaming and racing at the same time again. A big old slide. Managed to stay out of Hulky's way and out of Greg's, thankfully. Messed up the chicane again. It's not going to be a great run. And it is the end of the race, end of the quali. Well, if we're not last. We're not last. Well, we're not last at the moment, but Grenster and... Okay, we're heading towards last. Grenster said he's going to start at the back. Jack Fury's jumped in at 7th. He has demoted me a little bit, nearly 5 seconds off the pace. Oh dear. Looking like it could be tasty up front though. We've got Greg White with a 154.1, and then Ollie at the moment is, well, he is 0.24 behind. Unfazed is just 0.37 behind that. And then we've got number 1 Pops and Jonesy in 4th and 5th. We're still waiting for their time. Okay, so Jonesy's 1.2 seconds behind. But where's number 1? Is number 1 close as well? Or are we going to be going away with the top 3 less than 0.4 of a second, splitting the top 3? Where does number 1 Pops slip into this one? Jonesy's a full 1.25 seconds off. Ponyboy's a full 3 seconds behind. Jack Fury's nearly 4. Hulky is 4, as am I. In fact, I'm nearly 5 seconds off of the pace. Grenster's still going for it. He's still running as his number 1. So we'll just see if either of those two guys can just increase their ranking at all. We shall see. Ollie's saying I can't break this car. I can break it. I've broken it a million times, but I think you're thinking about stopping the car. We'll have to see. Okay, so what happened there? Okay, number 1 comes in at 4th and a little over a second slower than Greg. So it's going to be pretty hot with the first 3. And Grenster is starting at the back, as he said. So let's get this one underway. It's 1:45 the hour. And then after this one, I'm going to jump into the daily races and just see what we can do, if anything. And again, I don't know the strategies. I don't fancy the GR3 race, if I'm perfectly honest. Riley's just saying, what dailies you're going to do? I think it's going to be the daily race C. The daily race C is a bit longer than I would like. I've been testing myself over 10 lap races in the lobbies, and very often I'm okay up until about lap 6 or 7, then I start making mistakes, just getting fatigued and tired. Don't much fancy daily race B with the GR3s and a track that I really don't know very well. I don't know the daily race C track overly well, but at least it is in a GR4 car, which will give me just a little bit of confidence. Oh, on the outside of me, we're going into here. Yeah, so at least if I'm in the GR4 car, that will give me a little bit of confidence. Maybe I can just progressively learn the track over a few races. And I'm too deep, way too deep. I'm going to be in the pits if I'm not careful. Car on the outside of me there, don't want to run him into the wall. It's hulky. And yeah, so it would be good to try and learn over the longer races, keep the concentration up. It will be a bit of a challenge, but as I said, I'm probably not going to work hard and hard and hard. Do lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of laps to try and get my best possible lap for the quali. I'm just going to see where it drops me in on just a regular. Whoa. On a regular lap time. Let's see if the matchmaking is any different. little bit better. Not great, but a little bit better. He brought his right on my back bumper. Hulky's closing too. Pony boys are going to have to watch through here. I'm going to have to watch now. This is the one that really tightens. It's hard to go through here side by side. Managed to do it. Really hard side-by-side stuff through there. Was a car just recovering, so I don't know if that was an issue. I was trying to give Pony Boy some room on the inside there. He's still right with me, still pushing me hard. Some real side-by-side stuff. Most of this one so far, all on too deep. It's going to be me in the wall. I think he followed me in. Would have been an overtaking opportunity, I think. Hulky's saying I'm going to have some of that. A bit of that place. I can see the cars up front, but not able to make any headway at the moment. It's gone too deep again now. Well, I broke in the same place, but my braking's all over the place tonight. Okay, 1.5 laps to go. Got Hulky and Pony Boy battling it out behind me. They're swapping places. Pony Boy, Hulky, Pony Boy, Pony Boy. Every time I look, it's a different car on the timing charts behind me. Just trying to keep an eye so I know who I'm descending from. Inside line here. Line. Oh, caught somebody there. Going side by side through there is so difficult. So we go from 7th to 9th. To get the pace back to Pony Boy. I did ram him into the wall, which is not good etiquette at all. Stay with these guys. Final lap. Either these two guys going to make a mistake. Ollie could well be into the mix as well in a minute. Hulky with a bit of a squiggle through there. Pony Boy's got a difficult line through here again. Pony Boy into the wall. He managed to squeeze up the inside without touching. Got a nice run down here. Take the inside line. Watch the braking points. Using the gears, using everything. Got a better exit, or am I okay? I think my exit and Hulky's was about the same. Just looking at the radar, he's still sitting on that line. Still sitting on the line. Got a slipstream though. Getting closer. Hard to overtake if somebody's holding a racing line through here. Got the wall. He's got to run down here now, but he's going to be on the side, inside, outside. This is going going to be a three-car race to the line here. It is going to be 3 of us on the line. Oh, who got that? Oh, Hulky got a 1 second penalty. No. No, otherwise that was, that was 17-4, 17-4, 17-4, I think. I think we all like went across the line together. That'll be one to watch later on. I mean, okay, it was right for the back places, but do you know what? Sometimes I don't care whether I'm racing up front or back, but when you have a side-by-side action like that, really respectful stuff, you tell me any other place where you can go around Tokyo like that, side by side, and through some of those corners, side by side. That was unreal. Ponyboy and Unfazed, and Ponyboy and Hulky, I salute you both. That was incredible. Hulky saying that was fun with you and Pony. Love that. That is what I love about this game. It's not always the winning. Sometimes it is just the little battles that you have with people at the same level as you. And if you look at this, Unfazed was your winner with a 153.6. He's 5 seconds ahead of number 1 Pops with a 154.3. And then a few seconds back to Grenster in 3rd with a 154.0. Jonesy in 4th, Drat Fury in 5th, Greg White 6th. I got 7th, Ponyboy 8th, Hulky 9th, and Ollie in 10th. But if you look at the timings here, for 7th, 8th, and 9th, you're looking at 17.3, 17.4. In fact, it's 17.383 and 4.22. So, what's that? 4/100ths of a second between Ponyboy and me. And then Hulky was an 18.4, but with a 1 second penalty. So he'd be 17.478. The 17.478, he would have been right in there as well. There would have been less than 0.1 of a second, I think, between the 3 of us on the line. Absolutely incredible. And then Ollie a little bit further back. Ollie got taken out of the chicane, so it ruined his race. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. But what a battle between Hulky, Ponyboy and myself. Incredible. And your fastest lap there was Drat Fury with a 153.5. But your top 3, Unfazed, number 1, and Grenster. Right, okay, guys. That is it. Done for tonight in the lobbies. I'm going to head off to the dailies. If obviously if any of you want to carry on, then please feel free to open up a lobby. Let people know in the YouTube chat or the Discord that you are going to be opening a lobby, and I dare say a few others will come along and catch up with you. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump out of there and I'm going to head across to the dailies and see what we can do. First time in the dailies in probably getting on for a month. Probably a month since we've done one of these. So it's 11 o'clock. I'll maybe do 1, maybe 2 races. We shall see. We'll see how we go. So let's just come out of there. 4 really nice, respectful races. And now it's all going to get a little bit elbows out and crazy. Should we see what my luck's like? I'm going to see what my luck's like. We've got a ticket. Let's just pull that up and see what we can do. We don't know what... the daily, I think I'm probably going to do is a daily race C. Go on, give me one of the cars. Oh, look, we got this a chaparral. I think we just won ourselves a chaparral. We have. Oh, that's a nice win. Maybe luck. Lady Luck is shining on us tonight. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Right, we'll save that to the garage. Might be able to sell that and get a few pennies, maybe. We shall see. Right, so can't believe we're doing this. I cannot believe that we're actually going to do this. So Daily Race C is the Red Bull car at Daytona. A lot of fun, but obviously you're going to find that the SR is affected, but the DR, the DR and the SR, they're both affected. Oh my word, they're both affected. Largio Maggiore, I do not know. I just don't know that track. And it's GR3s. It's going to scare the living daylights out of me. So I think the one I'm going to try is going to be this one. What sort of car could it please be? The G70. So we've got Zach Vroom is in the G70, Greg White's in the Swift, and then Bones, Trink, and Castrol. Bones and Trink are in the GR4. Castrol's in the G70 even. The NSX with Castrol, and Craigie is in the GTR. So we've got a bit of a mix there. As far as the world, we've got a GTR on the top, Kelly, and then we've got a G70s, a couple of NSXs, a Ferrari, a load more Genesises, a GTR. So it seems to be GTR, the G70, and we know we like the G70. I think what we're going to do is let's just go for the G70. I wonder if I can find it. Racing hard tyres, really? And I'm assuming we've got one pit stop, but whatever tyres we want. The wear rate's only 1 on 1. So this looks like a straightforward sprint. But where oh where do we where do we pit is the question. Interesting one. Okie dokie. Autopolis is poor. Oh yeah, but I'm just not up for GR3s at the moment, Drac. I'm racing rubbish, and the GR3, the GR3 is just going to kill me. It's just going to kill me. And maybe this is the wrong move. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Whether this is the wrong move or not, I really haven't got a clue. What I do want to do is okay, it's not there. What I will do is let me just look up my SR very quickly while I'm there. Oh, come on, machine. Yeah, fill in that field. Yeah, so I'm 29,288. So I'm not too far away from B. My S ranking is okay. It's not fantastic. It needs some work. So really, to do, well, no, SR and that is affected. So, well, where am I going? I don't want to go lobby. Oh, like I said, I'm getting tired. Oh, getting tired. I want to go into sport. We'll pop up into sport. We're going to head across. I think a Daily Race C is the way I'm going to go. The Red Bulls are going to drive me nuts. Maggiore full course, I don't know, and it's GR3. I'm selected from garage. Right, entry player is 12. Race C is very risky. It's also Arstopolis. I often follow Tidgney. I think I'm going to grab him. I know he's in a different car. He's in SX. We'll load that ghost. Just see what happens. A lot of this at the moment is going to be learning or getting used to the track. Why is Daily Race C risky? Crap sure he's got his hands over his eyes. 100 metre board. For the minute, I'm probably going to have to follow people on the pit strategies. See what people are doing. No strategy. So we pit based on when we feel like it. How the race is going, I guess. Too deep. Too deep again there. What are tyres? Oh, Drac, I know you want me to do the daily race B, but I hate GR3s. I'm not good around Maggiore. Don't know it well enough. So I'm going with the GR4 car, which for me is the softer option, even though it's a long race. Braking zone for that one. I think somebody said earlier on I need to be doing 148. Was that around here? I need to be doing 148? Or was that daily race B? Because a 148, I've got to find 10 seconds. That is a monumental amount of time. So I think I've got that wrong. He does not want to turn. I'm going to ask the question, somebody's going to say no, but have they done anything in the recent upgrade? Because these cars just seem... Somebody mentioned about lots and lots of understeer. They just don't feel the same as they did before I made the move. How smooth. They don't feel the same. It's just me out of practice, but I just feel at the moment that we are another update done and we're learning how to drive the cars again. Probably me. Ticket even for a race. Every car feels different. Some understeer more. Even tuned up ones have had their tuning messed up. Oh, I'm glad you've said that. Everything just feels undrivable to me since the update. It's purely because I'm trying to drive them the same way. I don't know why PD have to keep doing this. You have to learn the whole to race again to drive the cars every time they do an update. I'm not gonna lie, at the moment, if I had the opportunity to turn updates off, I think I probably would. Yeah, no turning, no just loads of understeer through there. Too deep. Interesting. It was blue. Just see where we're at. Even some of the tuned up ones have their tunes messed up. That's insane. How do they keep doing it? Why? Why? Time's not unreasonable. It's not great, not good. Entry period starts in 38. So yeah, that lap time was not outrageous. But yeah, we'll see. My graph on gtstats.live is awful reading. During May, we were at 35,500 DR, and then just from the 14th of May to the 5th of June, so basically over a 2-week period, we just completely crashed down to 29,000. So yeah, lots of work to do. So we've got 15 minutes, and we'll just do a little bit more circulating. I'll chase the ghost car still. 2,600th in the world. Load that ghost and we'll see how we go. So Jonesy's had a retinker with his Focus RS World Touring Car 700 tune for it. Oh no, that's not good. You had that beautifully, that car set up. It's a pain. I don't know why they do it. Why do they do it? Why do they do it? Why? Keep us on our toes? It almost, for me, seems to be making changes for the sake of changing. There we go. It is the way it is. Nothing we can do about it. It's the same for everybody. There's no point whinging, crying. All got the same challenges to follow. What was done to me was done to you. This one's struggling with a braking point, if I'm honest. You do not have a great reference for it yet. Got to pick up these apexes, otherwise people are going to be going up the inside through there, through here. Imagine there's going to be a bit of pushing and shoving as well with some of these corners. Kitchen uses +5 brake balance. But which car's that? Is that in the Honda? Ooh, grass. Yeah, I have done a sphere. Because it's the opposite way. As Tid, no, who was it? I can't remember who it was. Said in the Genesis G70, you go the opposite way for some reason. But I hate playing around with brake balance. I think it's the four-wheel drive cars. If you normally go +5, you've got to go -5, or vice versa. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I'm not that technical. That's why I was asking what Chicane did it in. If it was in NSX, then you've got to go the opposite way. Seven minutes to go. Now, I haven't looked at one of the videos to see what gears the fast guys are using or anything like that. I'm literally just doing what comes naturally. We'll just see what happens. Over 2 minutes and we're going to be in a race. We are woefully prepared for. And around with the brake balance, forward and backwards, and nothing's really working for me. Well, one of the things with brake balance is I'm really not that good at the game. And I think brake balance really comes into those people that really technically know how to race. And they can really feel the tiny little nuances in the car. And I'm just not on their skill level. To get one race in before midnight. So our second penalty. Not quite sure where I got that from. Talking about skill level, I had a frustrating deep close race last. I had 2 penalties, forcing others off the track. The cars brake really cautiously going into turns. I didn't, said Terry. That, my friend, is something that it catches me out all the time. I was making the turns, I just braked later and didn't have the reaction times. I know how you feel. I really know how you feel. I've been there so many times myself. So many times. The only thing you do is to change your line, change your driving line. So maybe if they're going for the inside, you go on the outside, or if they're going on the outside, you go on the inside, or even dummy them. But maybe just to adjust your line slightly. Unless, of course, they are braking earlier to get a better exit on the corner. So you need to think about the the straight after the corner, and whether you're able to brake later, carry the speed through the corner, and pull away from them down the straight. If they're catching you on the straight, then it might be a case of dropping back a little bit and yeah, braking a bit earlier and following them through. Who knows? Who knows? Right. Okay, we're starting a little bit further up than I thought. I thought I'd be starting right at the back. No clue about pits. So we're starting in 6th. Oh, false starts. I thought it was a rolling start, this one. Going to be right in the thick of it from the off. On the outside, bumped on the inside. It's a long old race. It's just trying to stay out of trouble. anybody's pitted yet. Didn't even do much of a slide through there. What do we think about strategy, guys? What do we think about strategy? As in pitting. Keep on going for the moment. We've got one pitting. I'm going to suspect that's to get out of trouble. Looks like a mid-pack runner. My gut feel is to do what the guys up front are doing. Copy the leaders. Pit win the third pits, okay. Or it's been a bit quiet. Did say when we get in the daily races it's going to be a quiet one. Low on the acceleration then. They do look toasty, Terry. I was looking at that. I've even been considering coming in and just doing the pit stop to let the tyres cool down just a tad. But they feel great. They're really biting nice. The guy behind is still sort of within touching distance, especially if I do something like that. Go too deep. Marbles there, I think. We concentrate rather than talking. In this lap. Need a good pit in now. Whew. Don't change. Don't fuel. Let's just go for it. I nearly changed my tyres then. Go over the line. Don't know whether I should have changed the tyres. Feel alright. I mean, they're a little bit slippery. Not too bad. Whether other people are changing tyres. Like I said, no homework at all on this. Straight out there into the race, see what we can do. When I started the stream, I didn't even know what daily I was going to be doing. Let's concentrate now. Bit too deep on that one. No penalties. Keep it nice and clean. It won't catch second. If I pushed a bit harder, I could probably have caught second. To be fair, I was quite happy sitting behind the third place. I'm only fourth. So to get a podium, I'm over the moon with. Wow! That is unbelievable. It is very unexpected and completely unbelievable. Oh, Sicario, what a race. That was brilliant. Whoa, happy with that, happy with that. And just coming up for 10 to 12 as well, so the timing is perfect for that. Maybe tomorrow night we might be able to get 2 of these in, but if it stays like that, good. I mean, we managed to get out front, stay out of trouble, made up a couple. We made a few places actually, didn't we? Didn't we start 7th or something? So to finish 3rd is really quite good. I think I took advantage of an incident or two early in the race. I can't remember. It's one of those races actually where I cannot remember the race at all. Not at all. So it wasn't a clean race bonus. Where's Sicaro? That was a good race. I enjoyed that very much so. So the B ranking, it's not often you send out from me. The B and the S both improved. Both improved. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. When is it going to update? 29,228 we were at. 29,228 we were at. We are now on 29,557. I can't remember what we need for A. But there is a potential. There is a potential doing Autopolis International Racing Course. I enjoyed that one. Good race. I did enjoy that with the GR4. My middle sector was solid. Made up a bunch of time in that middle sector over Sicaro. Cool. And then, of course, he did let me through. There was a point where he went a little bit wide. He let me through nice and graciously, I think is the word. Is this the one that I want? This is the one where, because I haven't got the other one up. That is my B ranking and my S ranking. So the S has come up hugely because I was about halfway up the S. So that's come up quite a fair bit. And the driver ranking, as I said, that's come up 269 points. So pleased with that. What do I need? Do I need 30 for the next level? I can't remember. Cannot remember. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Happy to be in a B rank lobby. Didn't set a particularly quick qualifying lap, but managed to start in 7th. So, you know, maybe that is a thing now, is just to race. Don't go for a really good qualifying race. And let's just see if we can start a little bit further up the grid, stay out of trouble, get a few places, and see how we do. There we go. I am going to leave you right now. Thank you so much for watching this evening. Thank you to everybody that has liked and subbed to the channel. It's very much appreciated. Obviously, I didn't look at the chat at all pretty much. Well, once or twice I looked at it up the long straight, but not very much at all. But I appreciate everybody that has liked and subscribed, and those that you've either watched, and everybody that raced with me earlier on today. It's coming up to 5 to 12. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to take Coda out for a very quick walk, and then I'll be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow with 4 more randomizer races, and then about 11 o'clock, obviously once we finish the randomizer races, so around about 11 o'clock, we'll jump back into this and see if we can get another race or 2, and just see if we can do anything about inching that DR up a little bit more. Could this be the track this week? Or, you know what happens on Tuesday? Sometimes it goes a bit crazy. Is it going to go crazy? Who knows? You're going to have to check in with me next week. So tomorrow. Check in with me tomorrow. Have a great morning, evening, night, day, whatever you're doing. Have a great one, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.